program to find the biggest element in each row of a two-dimensional array. Biggest in each row. If I have a 3 cross 3 matrix, the biggest element in first row, biggest element in second row, and biggest element is third row. So line number 4 is your declaration statement. Check out how many variables are declared. I and j for loops. R is row size, that is number of rows, and C is column size, number of columns, and A is a two-dimensional array of size 100, 100. And we have another array variable max. So if I have 3 cross 3 matrix, I want to find the biggest in each row. I get 3 elements: biggest in row 1, biggest in row 2, biggest in row 3. So all the biggest elements in each and every row, I am just putting in another array, and that is the array variable max here. So line number 6, you are reading the number of rows, that is row size, and line number 8 is number of columns, and line number 11 to 18, you are reading the elements of an array, and line number 20 to 28, you are just displaying the array what you entered. Now look at the logic. So if you want to find the biggest in entire matrix, it's very easy. You assume the first element as the biggest and compare with the remaining elements if the condition is true, and so on. And here we are supposed to find the biggest in each and every row. Look at line number 32. When I is 0, max of 0 is equal to A of ij, that is A of 0, 0. So when I is 0, I am finding the biggest in first row. When I is 1, I am finding the biggest in second row. When I is 2, I am finding the biggest in third row if it is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So max of 0 is the biggest in row 1, max of 1 biggest in row 2, max of 2 biggest in row 3. Right. When I is 0, we are going to find the biggest in row 1. So when I is 0, max of 0 is equal to A0, 0. If A of ij greater than max of I, that is the first element. If the condition is true, then max of 0 is A of ij. So you get the biggest in first row, which is in array max, one-dimensional array max. So max of 0 is, first element of max is the biggest in row 1. When I is 1, max of 1 is equal to A of ij. You are going to find the biggest in second row. When I is 2, max of 2 is third row. So if it is 3 cross 3 matrix, biggest in row 1, biggest in row 2, biggest in row 3, all are stored in one-dimensional array max. Now print the elements of max. We need one for loop to print the elements of one-dimensional array. So line number 43, we used for loop, and line number 45, you are printing the biggest in first row, second row, and third row. See the input and output. So enter the number of rows 3, number of columns 3. You are supposed to enter 3 rows and 3 columns, and the elements are 1, 2, 3 row 1, 4, 5, 6 row 2, and 7, 8, 9 row 3. The input matrix is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the biggest element in row 0 is means first row is 3, and second is 6, and third is 9. If you put I plus 1 here at line number 46, you get the output as a maximum element of row 1, row 2, row 3 instead of row 0, row 1, or row 2. So I just made a small change in the program. Look at line number 15 and line number 25. I just added 2 lines in line number 15 and line number 25. So what happens? We'll see the output. So once you execute this program, you get something like this. Enter the elements of the array. It's giving the position and the input matrix along with the position and the biggest in each and every row.